Welcome back, everyone, to the Popcorn Podcast. I'm Tommy Cresta, alongside my co-host Ryan Fran, and we are here to talk about episodes 6 and 7 of HBO's House of the Dragon, Season 2. We got only one more episode this season, and it's all coming to a head now, and very excited, and especially after doing some rereading a little bit on the novella to kind of like catch myself up to make sure I remember things correctly. So, because I wanted to really say something at the end of episode 7 to make sure I was getting things right. But yeah, I'm super excited. And before we get into that, though, gotta ask my co-host how he's doing. Ryan, how's your day going?
Not great. You caught me in the middle of eating some goldfish, so my mouth is completely full. You're gonna have to take the helm for a minute.
Okay.
You're just gonna stare at me while I chew, you piece of shit.
No, I was gonna talk.
This. No, you did this.
Okay, let me talk then, and go back to chewing. Yeah, continue following all of our socials. The _popcorn pod for TikTok.
I'm good now.
The Popcorn Pod on YouTube. The Popcorn Podcast on all places that you find our podcast, except for YouTube and TikTok. Thank you for the support on our most recent TikTok. I think it's at 61,000 views right now.
Who the fuck is watching our TikToks?
Did you see what it was?
I don't have TikTok, no.
Oh, you know it's the Deadpool dance.
You just reposted that?
No, it's us talking and he's dancing in front of us.
Oh, sweet.
But it's just the NSYNC music playing. I just made it on CapCut.
Awesome.
But yeah, good content there. We have 2 videos with over 60,000 views on TikTok. But yeah, thank you guys for the support on that. Thank you for the support on the baseball video. It's doing pretty well. And yeah, keep voting for us for the People's Choice Awards. I think we find out within the next 2 weeks or something if we got nominated again.
Are we still? What are we facing? 80s ladies or is that what is it?
These fucking bitches.
Yo.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. No, they're very
beautiful,
nice.
Gracious young women, Tom. Don't say that.
They're just better than us. They won a People's Choice Award. We did not.
They did.
My mom is
that right?
me.
Is it 80s ladies or is it 70s or what is it? Can't be 60s. That would be wild.
What's my mom talking about? My mom is so confused. My mom's watching the new Planet of the Apes, and she is so confused. Just texting me like, "What does this mean? What does this mean?" I don't remember.
Who's she talking about?
One time.
Good movie.
It is a good movie. She's talking about right now. She's like, "Oh my god, his dad died." Sorry if I just spoiled that for someone. And she's like, "I will bring them home now, father." And she's like, "Who?" I'm really so confused.
They're people.
Yeah. I don't know. She can figure that out herself. I gotta do the podcast.
Does your mom not speak English?
Not well.
All right. Fair enough.
House of the Dragon, Season 2.
Just kidding. I know your mom very well.
I'm a sweetheart. But yeah, as we said, there's we have these 2 episodes to review, and then we have just the finale left until we have to wait for Season 3 of the show. So on this episode first that we're talking about is Season 2, Episode 6. It's titled Small Folk. With few options left, Rhaenyra embarks on a risky venture while Aemon takes steps to reshape the Green Council. And I really enjoyed this episode. I mean, I really enjoyed the entire season. I think House of the Dragon is probably the best or the second best show on television. It's got to be this or The Bear for me, which is really hard to compare them because they are drastically different television.
I can respect that.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the episode. It's been a while since I watched it because we had to take a while to do this episode, but I do have my notes, of course, like I do for every episode. The episode starts off with the Lannister army arrives, and they want to send a raven to his brother who works on the council that they have been ready to march. And cool thing, they got a fucking lion on their side. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. I also want to be clear that this is the first time that I realized that it's Tyland on the council and not Jason that's on the council. I've been calling Tyland Jason the entire time just because I was like, that's the easier name. I don't know if he's going to show up again, so let's just stick with Jason, the easier name to remember. But
I'm not gonna
I was
lie.
wrong about that.
I still had no idea what their names were until you just said it.
Yeah, it's Tyland and Jason. You can't tell them apart?
No, Ryan, I can't.
Yeah. They're played by twins, and by twins I mean the same fucking dude. So it's not easy.
Jason requests that Aemon come to help the army with Vagar. This angered Aemon. Aemon wants the other Lannister to make an alliance with the Triarchy, which is pretty much a group of mercenaries.
Yeah, it's the ones that they were fighting in the Stepstones in the first season.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah, it's the Triarchy. Yeah.
Oh.
Daemon cut the dude in half, so I don't
Yeah.
think they're going to really want to fight with any Targaryens anytime soon.
Aemon is annoyed by his council now telling Cole it's time for him to march on Harrenhal, which Cole does not like the idea. Aemon also said he's excited for the opportunity to fight his uncle Daemon, which is something that he's been thinking about for years now. And then Aemon also removes his mother Alicent from the council.
Yeah, that was a big move. I like seeing Kristen kind of challenge Aemon a little bit more too, because like when Aemon tells him to march on Harrenhal, he's like, "Yo, we can't relax. You have a dragon. We got to fucking walk there. You're gonna relax a little bit. We can't do this." But yeah, I mean that's a big move taking Alicent off. I mean, it's terrible for her, but again, I think we mentioned this in episode 5 when she was trying to be the queen regent, and everybody was like, "You're a woman. You can't do that." And she was like, "Well, why not?" It's like, I don't know, because the war that you started is because you're not letting a woman be queen. So no, they're not going to let you, a woman, be the queen regent. You fucking moron. So Allison went off and cried, and she sucks a lot now. Dude, I loved Allison. Like, she was always a bad guy, but very interesting character. She kind of like still an interesting character, but these last like 2 episodes have just been like, I'm realizing my wrongs. Like, yeah, you could have done that last season and not had thousands of people die. You know, like
Yeah,
this is your
but then you
fault.
don't get the rest of the show.
I understand that, but man, I hope she's just like, God, I hope she realizes this is entirely her fault. She's just
It's not
sulking around
entirely
like,
her
oh,
fault.
poor me.
It's just that she
It's
was
a lot of
stupid, which
ways,
her.
her fault. Which
But
also like just a misunderstanding. So you can't like fully blame her. She really did believe that that's what Viserys wanted.
she had no
But at the same
idea.
time, yeah. But at the same time, it's your fault. So womp womp. I also loved in that scene they Aemon's trying to get the Greyjoys to join, and he, of course, the Greyjoys are just waiting to see what happens. They're not gonna put a foot in that race until they know who's gonna win, which is just it was just so funny to hear. Such like a
I know
backhanded
what they do.
kind of comment, but man, that was funny to hear. Yeah,
I know
I
exactly
do.
what's going to happen with the Greyjoys.
I'm excited to see what the Greyjoys do because if they can get the Greyjoys to join the Greens, that'll be huge because they're kind of the only other people who can really even sort of challenge the Valarians. So and Corlys with on Driftmark with his ships, not Seastone, it's Driftmark. I don't know if you knew that, Tom. Um, but yeah, so that would be a huge alliance for the Greens, but we'll see how that goes because the Greyjoys are not one for helping for the sake of being helpful.
No, they want something in return.
Yeah, absolutely. Or they just want the throne, which is the dumbest fucking. I still can't believe that. What was it? What was the Greyjoy's name? Theon's dad in Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't remember. He's in Harry
I don't
Potter
remember
though.
his name. Yeah, I cannot believe that he tried to take the throne. He called himself king in the War of the Five. Unbelievable that he was like, if they're doing it, so can I. You know, like there's literally
I'm king.
no claim whatsoever. It's like I'm gonna take it. I'm king now. I have a little bit of the North, and my son's in Winterfell right now, fucking off. So I'm the king now.
It's laid the clip from Family Guy when everyone puts their hand in and the stick puts its hand in.
Yeah,
The pirate. Please tell me. And
yeah.
he's like, no, not you. That's
Not
pretty
you.
much
Not
what
you.
that is.
Yeah, the Greyjoys
But
fucking suck.
they do. They're the worst.
Bro,
Uh, Back though
you're
at
on sugar
Dragonstone,
floor though.
Corlys stand.
I'm just gonna keep cutting you off. Go for it.
Back at Dragonstone, Corlys stands at the council's table, looking at the pin for Hand of the King, kind of still deciding if this is really what he wants to do. And finally, he
Hand to the
does put
queen.
the pin on.
Hand to the queen.
Hand of the Queen.
There you go, buddy.
And I don't remember why I said this. All I said next is in all caps, I fucking love Corlys. I think he has like a good.
I put in all caps. Corlys the goat. That's all I put.
Yeah, because I think he gives
Doing the
a
same
speech
thing.
or something that I really like. But
Yeah,
then
I later.
Lord Darkland arrives to speak with the council. Rhaenyra plan.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Rhaenyra has to plan. Rhaenyra speaks of how now she has to plan as if she's alone, not knowing if Daemon is working for her or for himself. Then Darklyn is asked to try and claim the first dragon due to his great grandmother being a Targaryen princess. And that, as I said, Sir Stefan Darklyn is a G.
Yeah, no, he was a good guy. I was I was so sad that Rhaenyra asked him to fucking, just basically die. I mean, obviously there's always a chance that a very, very, very slim chance that he could claim a dragon, which would be huge for him and his, be huge for the blacks in general, but also just for him and his family. His dad just died, and if he can, him now being the Lord of, I mean, I guess he would be. No, he's not the Lord because he's King Guard, Queen's Guard. Um, so it wouldn't really matter. He wouldn't inherit the house. But if he went back as a Dragon Lord, that would just give his house more power, just like by relation. So it would have been huge for him. But it doesn't exactly go super well. You know,
I would not.
he
We're
almost.
not there yet, though.
We're not there yet. But fuck, God damn it.
I have. We're gonna talk a little bit more about it in episode 7. So I have a question. I'm gonna ask you something later on, but we'll get back to that. Now
Yeah.
back at Harrenhal, uh, Daemon is yet in another dream and sees his brother Viserys sitting on the throne, asking if he truly did say an heir for the day. Another
hmm
great scene with Paddy Considine, an absolutely amazing actor who I'm so excited again to see come back. And I really am enjoying the Daemon dream stuff
Yeah, I mean,
because
we've been saying it every episode that it might be going on too long now, but they just keep stepping it up, I think. And although I will say it kind of reached the point in next episode, in episode 7, even though it was different. It wasn't, as like this episode was kind of the last of like the dream stuff for the most part. There's a
yeah, the
little bit in
one
episode
thing's late.
7,
Just like
but
I like the 1-7 a lot.
yeah, it wasn't bad, but I'm kind of glad it's done now because we've been saying every single episode, like, all right, let's wrap this up. But at the
Well,
same time,
you
every single episode, they've been stepping
you
it up. You've
I'm
been,
okay if the dream things continue for the rest of the season. Just make it entertaining still.
I mean,
Like
it
make it
is
good.
now. That's just Damon's story this season.
Uh, oh, I went too far. Uh, yeah, sitting on the throne, blah blah blah. Damon believes the strings are causing. Damon believes the strings are causing these dreams.
The
What
string?
strings?
I have no fucking idea. The
The drinks,
Strongs?
maybe I said. Yeah, I probably said that, and I probably fat thumbed it.
Yeah, the Strongs. Because he
The Strongs,
chokes out.
yeah, the Strongs, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he
Uh,
chokes out. What's his
Damon
name?
as I said in the last couple episodes, Damon continues to unravel, dude, and I like that's why I think I like the dream so much. But then he speaks with the witch. She tells him that he isn't a player, but just a piece on the board. And I really love the line. I love the line they speak later. Those who strive for it are the worst for it. Speaking about those who want to become king, those who really try to fight for it and become them. Even in real, like true history, that tends to be the case. They end up being
Yeah,
the worst ones for the position. Which
yeah,
again, that kind of idea comes up again 7 in a really good scene. At Dragonstone, they begin the claim for the dragon as Sea Smoke arrives. Darklyn, as he moves towards Sea Smoke, stops and says, "I've done it." And as soon as he said that, you knew it was not gonna go well. Leading
dude.
to Sea Smoke burning him to a crisp.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, Sea Smoke kind of goaded him into that, though. He put his head down. He was getting a little close. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but even Sea Smoke had me for a second. I was like, oh, this
See,
might
no,
like,
I think Sea Smoke was okay with it, and then because he stopped and she said you
yeah,
have to be
he
quiet
got
and like
cocky. Yeah,
smooth.
you got to
Yeah, he
speak
got cocky.
Valyrian. He started speaking English. He was like, oh, I've done it. Let's go. And Sea Smoke was like, no, get the fuck out of here.
Uh, Corlys picks Alan to be his first mate for when they leave. Uh, Going from there, the small folks speak of how they have had nothing while the keep is having parties of gluttony and over drinking and all this stuff. Rhaenyra
Mhm.
speaks with one of her council members who speaks out of line, which leads to her slapping the living shit out of this man,
Yeah,
and it
he
was
deserved it.
perfect. He did. Oh
He's
no, he's
been
100% deserved it.
he's been cooking that up all season so far.
From there, King's Landing has begun to run out of fish, and now even the small folk are starting to get. They were restless last episode, so now things are really starting to unravel for them.
Yeah, Yeah.
Like you can see them getting more and more a little frustrated, starting to speak a little bit more freely against their king, which is, for those who don't know, in Game of Thrones especially, it's not okay to do that. But even like back in medieval era, uh, in real life, you couldn't do that. If you spoke out, you were going to end up hung, beheaded, or
Yeah.
head on a stake somewhere.
Yeah. But I mean, they have a right to, and you have Rhaenyra's spy, you know, putting everything out there, and the lady who was kind of in charge of the brothel. Um, she explains. I mean, she was definitely put there by Allison's girl, who I don't know the name of, but the lady in the red dress that's been running around in the last couple episodes. Um,
Masaria's friend.
yeah, Masaria's friend. I definitely told her to go in there and say that, just you know, spread these rumors, which aren't really rumors, more and more. And it makes sense. Like, if the guys that are supposed to be taking care of you, in theory, taking care of you as the small folk and they're your leader, are just having these feasts every night and eating well, and they gotta. I can't even imagine how much those dragons have to eat, let alone Vagar. And you have no food as the small folk, and even the fish are starting to run out, and that's kind of all you have, especially in King's Landing. It's a port city, so if the fish are running out, you're really fucked because with the blockade, you're not getting anything else in, and the fish are kind of all you have to sustain yourself. And since that's running out, you're going to run out of food soon, and the royalty are not doing anything to help you. So, I mean that it's been the thing with Massaria and Rhaenyra. This episode, last episode, it's just a great play to go for the small folk and try to help them out, which we see later on in this episode.
Great
Fantastic
plan.
play. Fantastic play by Rhaenyra.
Uh, and then Laris goes to find Aemon, and he talks to Aemon about how he's going to need a hand. And Aemon kind of sees what Laris is trying to do and trying to be like, "Oh, you need a hand." Hint, hint. I'm here.
Yeah.
Doesn't go his way.
Mm-mm.
Aemon tells Laris to reach out to Otto Hightower, which got me very excited. Thought we were going to see Otto in episode 7. We did not.
Yeah, I did get excited though when he said he wants Otto back, because fuck man, he is. I love Otto so much. He's probably the best guy on the greens because he's still not good. Like he's more
He's
so
evil.
he's worse than Allison. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think he's more level headed than like Aemond and Aegon. He knows what to do. He's
I
not a
don't know,
bad
level headed.
guy.
Better at deciding when to go
Yeah, he's
far.
better at politicking, and
Yeah.
I think he is more level headed because he understands, like, you know, we're going to be in charge. The Targaryens are going to be in charge, but they now have Hightower blood. They're going to be in charge. My family's going to be in charge. But being in charge means keeping people happy too. And you can't go hanging on the rat catchers. That's a terrible play because people are going to hate you. He understands the politics, and I think he would be a very good hand for anybody. He was a good hand for Aegon, and he was such a good hand that Aegon didn't like him because Aegon's a fucking moron.
He was
He's
great
going to
for
be a good hand.
Viserys.
Yeah, he was great for Viserys. I mean, he was good for Viserys. He, tried to backhand him a little bit, and he got kicked out, and then he got kicked out again, and then yeah,
Didn't he get banished?
he got sent back to Old Town. Yeah, and then it was the Strong who was hand, and then Laris fucking
Oh
killed him.
yeah.
So Otto came back, and yeah, yeah. Otto's the
Well,
best hand you
moving.
can have, though, especially as far as the Greens go. He's significantly better, and he's just such a fun character to watch. Rhys Ifans is fantastic as the character, so I cannot wait to see him come back. Hopefully this season. Hopefully next episode, episode 8 finale, he comes back.
It's gonna be a lot to do if they want to fit him into the finale.
Yeah, I mean, even if just like at the end, because I mean, obviously he's going to come back in season 3, but I would love to see him in episode 8 too.
But no, I do hope he's back, and I do want to see more of Rhys Ifans, especially as Otto. The king King Aegon has gained consciousness again. He's going in and out, but at least he's waking up somewhat. Aemon goes to see Aegon. He asks him what he remembers, which Aegon responds with saying nothing. And I couldn't tell if he was lying or not, just because he sounds the same right now, no matter what he's saying, because he's so out of it. But
Yeah,
then Aemon is kind of like fucking with him and kind of like shoving his finger into his skin, and that's got to feel very painful.
yeah, so slimy.
Uh, which was it? Bela or Rhaena speaks with Rhaenyra's son as they walk upon a burnt field of sheep.
Rhaena. Raina's the younger one.
Raina's the one at the Vale.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember.
Yep.
Yeah, Raina speaks with the youngest. That'd be Aegon the Third, right?
I guess. Is his name Aegon? Or is it Viserys?
I
One
thought
of
she
the
has a
younger
son.
ones is named Viserys.
Does she have a? She does have a young Aegon though, doesn't she?
Does she? She has two young
Oh
kids
no,
with
Aegon the Third is
Rhaena.
on. Aegon the Third is a black.
Yeah. He's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think. I don't remember. There's so many. And they're not really characters. At least at this point.
yeah.
I know there's one named Viserys,
I,
but
it might be Viserys then. It is. It's one of the sons. Rhaena speaks with the Lady of the Vale of how she has lied about how there is no wild dragons left, which she responds with that it has only been assumed for a long time, but now it seems that the dragon is becoming a little more
mhm, yeah.
fierce. Right, good
Yeah.
word.
Which George R.
Back
R. Martin was not happy about. Not
that
happy
there's
about.
another dragon.
He was not happy that there's a dragon in the Vale. There is not supposed to be a dragon in the Vale right now, apparently.
Well, I don't. Okay, but why does that matter? There's supposed to be more dragons in the show anyway. If you're going by the actual book,
Yeah, but he's saying there shouldn't be any in the Vale is his problem.
George, shut the fuck up and
I
finish your book. Then you can
yeah,
explain that there shouldn't be
that's
none
what
of it.
everybody said. I
Yeah,
don't remember exactly what the reason was that it shouldn't be in the Vale. I forget what else he said, but he was not happy about there being a dragon in the Vale. But
Ben
yeah,
Affleck looks
finish
so
your book.
goofy when he's in this movie when he's not in the suit.
Yeah.
But back, this would be at Driftmark. Well, Corlys is at Driftmark, right? He's not Dragonstone technically.
I don't
Driftmark.
remember where.
It's wherever he is most of the time in the show.
Yeah, Driftmark then. I
Yeah,
guess.
Driftmark. Alan shaves his head to try and hide his white gray hair. But we also learned that his friend, who I didn't realize was his brother until this episode, is also one of Corlys' bastards,
Yeah.
Adam. Alan says it's time for Adam to stop wasting his life waiting for that moment and to just move on and be okay with that. Well, that kind of changes in a little bit.
Yeah.
Back at Dragonstone, Rhaenyra and Jace speak about an attempt to claim the dragon and of Rhaenyra striking one of her council members. Jace asks Rhaenyra about marching them in the battle herself, and that no matter what, that they cannot win this battle unless they have Daemon end his dragon, which again is a very fair point. I think it's true. I don't think they can win without Daemon.
No, especially with
Daemon has been a little
Caraxes.
crazy.
Now that
Yeah.
Meleys is dead, Caraxes is the biggest dragon they have, I believe. Well, yeah. As far as this episode goes,
episode goes, the Blacks have sent food now to the small folk of King's Landing, and they right away it's getting them on right to their side. And I love. We'll get more to the food delivery stuff in a second, but Allison is now with Aegon, and then she goes to speak with Helena, asking if she wants to burn a candle for Aegon.
Mm-hmm.
News of Rhaenyra's food delivery has begun to spread throughout King's Landing, kind of beginning to cause some violence between the small folk, because as much as they're happy they're getting food, they're still being now gluttonous with the food that they're getting.
Yeah, I mean, there's still like those boats can only carry so much food and can only feed so many people. Yeah. So, and they're also still pissed at the Greens because Rhaenyra had her flags on those boats. They know the food came from the Blacks and Rhaenyra, so they're extra mad at the Greens because how can Rhaenyra give them this food when she's on Dragonstone so far away and she's not even the queen, but she's still helping the small folk, and why can't the Greens help the small folk? So
it's not that. I guess I learned after in the next episode that Dragonstone and King's Landing are not that far apart.
No, they're not that far apart.
In my head, they were very far apart.
No,
and I was watching the end of the last episode. I was like, oh yeah, they're just not far.
No, they're not super far, and that is one thing because Corlys goes from like Dragonstone to Driftmark back to Dragonstone in this episode. I think I don't know if he goes back, but I was like, how fucking fast is this guy sailing that he's going that quick? But I looked up the map and it's like right next to it.
I was gonna say that's like right next to it, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not far at all. So it makes sense for him to go back and forth relatively quickly.
And as Allison and Helena are leaving the chapel, the church, whatever you want to call it, they began to surround them, a mob, and one of the small folk reaches out and has his hand cut off by one of the Kingsguard, which Allison tries to stop them from doing.
Hmm.
And then the mob begins to chant "Long live Queen Rhaenyra," which was a really just I really did enjoy that whole sequence of them trying to
Yeah.
like get away, and you're kind of seeing the tables kind of turn on the blacks because this is something that they've kind of deserved, like this the whole show really.
You mean the Greens? Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, the Greens. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
but like they haven't been good. They haven't been taking care of their people. They've only cared for themselves.
Yeah,
Which
I agree.
fuck you, I hate that team. Um, Larys goes to see Aegon, telling him that he will never be whole again. He'll never be himself again. But Lars then tells him about the story of his birth, which is a really good scene. I keep saying Laris. Uh, Laris also says that Aegon will now be underestimated, which will be his advantage against his opponents, which is a true thing now.
Yeah.
They're all just going to assume he's nothing.
Hmm.
We go
But
back again. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, he's just got to use his brain more now, which is going to be incredibly tough for Aegon because he's a fucking moron. But he's got to figure it out, and I think having Laris on your side, obviously Laris is playing his own game at this point. I think you know Laris is probably wants to be king in some way, but I think he's smart enough to realize that he's never going to be king. I think he just wants to be hand, or at least have a very significant piece of the power. Um, so siding with Aegon in this way, because once Aegon gets back up, he's never going to be 100% again. But once he gets back up on his feet as much as he can, it's a good thing to be in Aegon's good graces. Especially at this point, maybe he will make Laris his hand. Um, it's just a good play from Laris to be there supporting Aegon, just letting him know what he has to do, and maybe in the future he helps him out and tries to teach him some things, and we'll see how that goes.
Agreed. Uh,
Cool.
Back in Harrenhal, Damon again dreaming sees Viserys mourning the death of his wife. Damon holds Viserys and tells him that he's here for him now, which is, I think, what Damon wanted to do back then instead of what he actually did, which was going out and drinking and partying and
Yeah.
not being there for his brother.
Hmm.
Because I do think Damon regrets how he was, but at the same time, he's still a little asshole.
Yeah, Damon is like, I think he's learning from these visions, from these nightmares and stuff. I think he's learning a little bit, but he still has that attitude of being the best and being a Targaryen and being on top of everybody and being in charge, even of Rhaenyra. He still wants the throne, but I think he's still learning a little bit, but not as much as other people would because he's still a pretty cocky dude. I don't think he's ever going to change that significantly. But it's still good to see the little things that are kind of changing in him and evolving.
No, I agree. And then we learned that Lord Grover is dead and that Oscar Tully is now the Lord Paramount. Oscar being the young boy that had come to see Damon before, which Damon was kind of an asshole to. We learned that Alice Rivers tried to save the Lord, quote unquote, but to no avail.
Nah, she killed him.
Yeah, she killed him. Hence why I say
Hell yeah,
hint.
dude. Alice is a fucking dog, dude. That was
Dude,
awesome.
I forgot so much about her. Like, cause I was when I started going back through it, reading a little bit, I was like, oh shit, I forgot you're like huge. I don't know. It
Yeah.
doesn't seem like they're really following what happened with her, but again, I could
Okay.
be wrong. But what my little refresher I did, it didn't look like they were going to do anything.
All right.
Um, Corliss's other bastard son, as I had said, Adam is chased on the beach by Sea Smoke, and he's then eventually cornered by Sea Smoke, and then it cuts away. Now back to Massaria and Rhaenyra as they speak about Daemon and how he may have raised an army. He might have tried to now attempt to raise an army against her. We learn that Massaria was molested and impregnated by her father. He then left her for dead, cutting her open, and now she cannot bear any children, which was first off just a devastating scene.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Um,
was tough.
Very dark. But going
Yeah.
from there, this leads into Rhaenyra and Masara having a moment of passion before they are interrupted to be told that Sea Smoke now has been seen flying around with a rider. Rhaenyra asks who it is. He doesn't know, and Rhaenyra leaves to find out who the rider is herself. And that is the end of episode 6 of House of the Dragon.
Yeah. So we can talk about both those scenes because
Yeah.
those have been the big topic of conversation as far as episode 6 goes. But let's talk about Adam and Sea Smoke first. Why do you think that Sea Smoke chose Adam?
I think he just sensed something about him. I think there's something in his bloodline. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I think the dragons have a sense for that and know.
Well, yeah, the dragons only, yeah, they only allow Target. Well, that's the thing I was thinking too, because they only allow Targaryens to ride them. The Valarians are not a dragon riding.
No, they're not dragon riders. No,
Yeah,
I think maybe, and you learn more about why maybe Adam got picked in the next episode.
maybe,
But
but also
I just
like
think it's through his heritage.
yeah, I think so too. But I was still, I don't know, I because obviously the Valarians are a Valyrian family, but also the guy I forget the name of the family, but the guy on the council that Rhaenyra smacks, he's also from a Valyrian family. So they're not dragon riders either, and they're obviously a lot less powerful than the Targaryens or the Valarians. But I don't. It has to be something other than just having Valyrian blood, because the Valarians aren't dragon riders. Corlys doesn't have a dragon. His brother didn't have a dragon. His kids had dragons because Rhaenys had was a Targaryen and had a dragon,
No, I
so
think
they
he
were
has.
able to fly.
I think he's a little bit Targaryen.
You think he
Adam.
has a little bit, but then
Yeah.
why doesn't he have? Do you think he just never tried to have a dragon? Which I mean, he totally could have just never
Yeah,
tried.
he never. It's not like he grew up around the idea of it being a possibility. Remember,
Yeah,
the only people that really have dragons are the people that are given them. And if you're just a a
I
bastard
mean,
who
not
doesn't have,
really,
who
not
really has
really.
dragons though?
Aemon wasn't given Vagar. He went out and took
Yeah,
her.
he went out. But if you're just like you wouldn't even think about that. I feel like.
I think. I mean, a shot at being one of the most powerful people in the world.
Yeah,
You
but see,
kind of,
I feel
you
like
don't get
Aemon's a little
that.
different though, because Aemon knows he can have a dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's also
Yeah,
not guaranteed because Reyna should have. She tried to tame Sea Smoke, and Sea Smoke almost killed her.
twice.
Yeah, she also was supposed to get Vagar. Obviously, Aemon just stole Vagar from her.
That's a good.
Yeah,
That's a great episode
yeah, it was a
when
good
he
episode.
steals Vagar.
Yeah, but I think what I thought of when it first happened was that maybe since Sea Smoke, Laenor was Sea Smoke's rider, which also dragons can only bond with one person at a
Yeah,
time. So
it means
Laenor
Laenor
is
died
definitely
somewhere.
dead. Rest in peace, homie. Um, but I thought maybe he got Adam because he sensed a little bit of Laenor in there. He just kind of sensed that Valarian blood and was like, "This guy's close enough. Let's go with him."
Similar haircuts,
Um, yeah, different hair color,
different hair
but yeah,
color.
similar haircuts. Um, yeah, but I don't know. It's one of those things that's not like it doesn't change how you think about the dragons because maybe it is just a Valyrian thing instead of just a Targaryen thing. But as far as we've seen in you know House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, it's only been Targaryens who can ride dragons. So it's I don't know, it was kind of weird because he's not a Targaryen, but maybe there is some Targaryen blood like far down that line that I just don't know about or something. I don't know.
I mean, I have a feeling this show is very smart. Like it knows what it is. I think that
Is
they
your
will.
mic plugged in all the way?
Hello.
Yeah, you're good. Just do me a favor, don't hold the bottom of it because I can hear it like wrangling the entire time. It sounds like you're strangling your microphone.
Oh, sorry. Is it
Yeah,
better now?
just hold on to the top.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I,
I,
I don't
what
think it
I'm
matters
saying.
that much, but it was just kind of weird that he's not a Targaryen. As far as we know, he doesn't have any Targaryen in him. He's a Valarian bastard and he's able to get a dragon. It just I don't know. It was kind of a weird thing that I didn't really get why it why Sea I maybe I get why Sea Smoke chose him. It's just the dragon choosing the guy. I don't know. That's fine, but him being able to claim a dragon or have a dragon claim him, I guess in this context, without Targaryen blood, just kind of caught me off guard.
Who knows? There's Jon Snow. Oh no, Jon Snow is
He
Targaryen.
is a Targaryen.
Yeah, I always forget about that. It's kind of a big
Yeah,
part of the show. Um, yeah, no, and I know the next scene that we want to talk about is the scene with Masaria and Rhaenyra, which I know that you do not like.
it just came out of nowhere for me.
While
I
I
don't I
doesn't
don't
bother
mind
me
it
at all,
happening. It
especially
didn't bother me, but it was just like that just came out of nowhere. I was just
that
caught off
happens.
guard.
especially when like you're both like there's a lot of tension from just life. They're stressed. She just told a really sad thing, and
Yeah, but
she has.
Rhaenyra didn't like her
But then she's
because she
loved it the
was.
last couple episodes,
Yeah, but she didn't like her because she was married to Damon first, and all that shit
and she
happened with
also thought that
Masari.
she was a spy.
Yeah, she hated her, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you helped me do this.
Yeah,
Moi.
but
Like,
it didn't seem like. But then that's what I like about the next episode that they didn't like nothing comes of it. It's just that one moment.
yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It just caught me off guard. It just felt very out of nowhere.
Because you're a cynic. You hate anything that has to do with any sense of love or
That wasn't
romance.
love. That was just passion. There was no love in that.
Passion.
That was just passion. Doesn't mean love
I know.
always.
I'm more saying like you hate anything that's like people
It's not
kissing, people
true.
holding hands.
It's not true.
You hate love and
That's
happiness.
not. That's not true.
No, it see like I really I like that because it's a thing that happens with people. So I'm if they had kind of made it now she's like they're in a relationship all of a sudden, I would have been a little more like, well, where'd this all come from? Like it was one moment, but the fact that they kind of just went right back to being normal, it's just whatever.
Well, as far as we've only seen one other episode since then. Maybe
Yeah,
they're gonna go back to it and be like, "Oh, I love you now." Wow.
I don't think that's where the show's going.
No, I don't think so either. But it just felt very out of nowhere, and it wasn't scripted either. It was Emma Darcy's call. She wanted to do it, so
It's a good call.
it's not a bad call. I get
Mm-mm.
it, but I don't. I feel like it was just very out of nowhere for the plot. I don't think it helped the show plot wise at all. I think it was just Emma Darcy being like, "Can I please make out with her?" Like imagine if that was like a dude, like I don't know, fucking Patty Considine was like, "Can I like make out with Emily Carey? Okay, can I please do that? Like, please." You know what I mean? That would have been weird. Or Olivia Cook, can I be like, Can I just one thing? Can I please just once? Can I please do that, please? No, okay, fine. Sorry. That would have been weird. But I don't know. Not to say that the kiss is weird. I'm backing myself in the corner that I don't want
Yeah,
to be
this
in,
is not
and
a good spot for you. I'm
I
not.
don't even agree with what I'm saying. I'm saying the wrong thing that I don't mean. But it just felt so weird and out
Oh,
of
I'm
nowhere.
making a TikTok out of this.
Yeah, back to don't destroy me.
Uh,
I
well,
don't mean
that's
what I
the end
say.
of that's Ryan is not out like against anyone. That's not how he managed. Poor
No, not at
wording.
all. I don't give a shit, but it
Oh,
just felt very out of nowhere for what
I
was
get what you
happening in the
mean.
story. And I think a
But yeah, that
lot
was
of
the end of
people agree with
episodes.
me. I'm
That
just
was the
saying.
end for episodes. I fucking hate you. This
Can I
that
tell
is.
you I
Oh
cut you off
my
again.
god!
I'm not I'm not trying to cut you off. You're just like 1 second behind me, so I'm trying to talk when you're not talking. But the second I talk, you talk. This is not this is not going well.
That was the end of episode 6. And I'm not really going to talk about. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't take any notes on the end of the episode this week on House of the Dragon because now, and I'm not even gonna try and talk about it because we're going right into episode 7. There's no real point to even talk about it. But would you say that the show has pretty much stayed at the same quality the whole season and then jumped up? Like it's been good to me. Like there has been no this in the show,
Yeah, it's been pretty level.
and then the battle one go up a little bit, come right back to normal.
Well, yeah, because that's just because battles are fun. But I think
Yeah,
most of these episodes have been pretty slow paced, like character driven,
it's
not so
definitely
much battle
building.
wise.
Which I did.
Yeah,
I think I said last year on the finale. I didn't. This is not where I saw. This is not where I thought it was going to be at this point in the
yeah,
show. I thought we were going to be
mhm,
further down the line, but
yeah.
I'm kind of happy because I'll explain more once we get. I had some things I want to say at the end of the episode 7 part of this review. Um, but yeah, we're going now into episode 7. So if you haven't seen it, please go watch it and come back. But this episode opens up with Rhaenyra going to find Snoke. Wow, that was bad English. Rhaenyra goes to find Sea Smoke and
You're gonna
who the new
find
rider is.
fucking Snoke, Emperor Snoke.
That was
What
bad,
is
Mike.
it? What is it? Not
But
Emperor. What was his
to
name?
find the new rider, who we all know is, of course, his
Fuck
bastard
Star
son
Wars.
Adam. it was Corliss's bastard son Adam, and I love that Adam right away just kneeled, and it kind of took Rhaenyra back because she wasn't expecting that, someone who had just claimed a dragon, especially sea smoke, and he was very nice about it. He wasn't in any way trying to like tell her that he's like, oh, this is my dragon now and all this stuff. He was very much kind of like just as like surprised as she was that he has a dragon now.
Yeah.
And I love that he did lie about who his father was. He's like, it's no one of consequence, even though
Yeah.
we all know his father's Corlys.
Yeah.
Um,
I did love that he was like, you could kind of hear it in his voice. He was like, I didn't want this. I'm sorry. Like he was like, this is scary to me too. I'm sorry. I don't want to be here.
going and we also see that Rhaenyra is happy that Adam claims sea smoke because now this is helping her. It's adding another dragon to their side.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, we're back in King's Landing where we see Alicent speaks with the Maester about losing her position at the council, and kind of like what Ryan's saying, she's very much like, I lost this, I lost that, and that kind of is. But at the same time, it's kind of making sense. She feels like she has no power all of a sudden. Like now, she's laid just the mother of the king. Like there's
Womp
nothing
womp.
to. She's womp womp. That's how I feel. About losing possession as he begins to clean out the cut that she had sustained during the riots.
Yeah. Which is
Aemon
gonna start.
begins.
I like that. I'm not trying to cut you off. I really hope you
I
know
know.
this. You're just talking
I
like you're not giving me a second to talk.
I'm.
You're
So, I
just
was going to,
okay. No, I like
but
I
no.
like that it's gonna scar. It's kind of Allison now has some blood in this game, more so than she like physically. She has
Yeah.
blood drawn spilled now. And it also mirrors the cut that she gave Rhaenyra in season 1.
Another great episode of the show.
Yeah.
Uh, Aemon is sending now Kingsguard that helped start the riot to the wall, which is kind of cool to kind of hear more about the wall because we got the one look at it early in the season, start the
Mhm.
season, and now we're kind of getting to see who actually get sent there. Do we ever see Kingsguard get sent there in Game of Thrones?
No, I don't think any. Well, he wasn't Kingsguard, but Jaina Slint was the guy that John decapitates because he calls
Yeah.
him out. He's like, you're not the Lord Commander, bitch, and then he cries and all that. That's a great scene. But yeah, he was the commander of the City Watch, the Gold Cloaks, and then Tyrion sent him to the wall. So yeah, we don't see any Kingsguard go, but we've seen council not. He was on the council, yeah, because he was in charge. But yeah, we've seen people of importance go to the wall in Game of Thrones, but not Kingsguard. Stop watching that bullshit. It's not real. They're divorced. Let it go.
They had a good marriage though for Hollywood.
For Hollywood, sure. And then he
They
went back to
lasted
J
50,
Lo.
16 years.
I know, but now
That's
you see
crazy.
every single video, dude. Every video of him like opening the door for J Lo.
Well,
Oh
he even
man,
said about it. He's like, it's just my face.
I know. He
But
just looks miserable
supposedly
now.
they're on the rock. Supposedly their marriage is not doing very well anyway.
Yeah,
He
of
just bought
course.
like a $22 million house,
Great,
like for
cool.
himself, not for both of them.
Oh really?
Yeah, like
that's
he's like
that's so
people
funny.
think that he's leaving. Um,
That is so funny.
I'm holding out hope that him and Jennifer Gardner are gonna get back together one day.
That's never gonna happen. But
They both said they still love each other, just that he had his demons, he had to work through.
okay.
But back to Game of Thrones. Well, House of the Dragon.
Jennifer Lopez is a demon.
He is a demon. That bitch collecting engagement rings like Thanos. I
Damn.
hate her.
All right.
Laris.
Good music though.
No, she doesn't.
She's got some bops.
No, she doesn't. I
She's
couldn't
got
tell you
good
one
songs.
J Lo song.
She's got. I couldn't name one, but I could sing along to one. You know what I mean? You put it
Okay,
on,
I'm
and be
gonna
like,
keep
"Woo."
talking. Laris. I really did like the scene. Laris learns about that sea smoke was supposedly seen with the new ride. He's like, "Who told you this whisper?" And it was laid like a comedy movie. He's like, "My friends, brothers, cousin, fishes, nephews, friend might have saw this on a boat one day."
Yeah.
And Laris is like, "Do not tell anyone you just told me. Now you just told me that."
Yeah. I mean,
I love this show. I'm gonna be
yeah,
so sad when it's over.
it is smart.
Uh,
I thought Laris was gonna go and be like, Aegon, I heard that Sea Smoke has a rider. Like he was gonna go behind that guy's back and be like, I found out from a good trusted source that I really thought that was gonna happen, which would have been so
it,
funny. But
it would have really helped that team if he did do that. um,
look, I mean, it wouldn't have helped that much. Adam already has
Yeah,
seen.
yeah,
They're
yes,
not.
it
They're not getting sea smoke back.
Rhaenyra speaks with Mysaria about Adam, and Mysaria tells Rhaenyra to stop looking in the books to try and find more riders. Look, pretty much just go look for the lows of the lows. Look for the bastards. Look for those type of people because there's so many more of them that might even be living on Dragonstone that you don't even
Yeah,
know of.
the
So,
people who
and
aren't
I
written
think
about, the
it's a good
people
plan.
who are actively, they tried to not let them be known. So of course you're not going to find them in the books. Nobody wants anybody to know about them because they're bastards. So yeah, it's a good point from Masaria. Like you're going to find people in there, but A, they might not want to help you. B, they might fucking die and make it look worse for you. Or you
Come
could
on.
actually go find the bastards. Who is that? Is that your mom?
No, it's Joseph. What are you doing?
Oh, it's Joseph.
Why?
What's up, Joseph?
He's hiding from the camera.
All right, that's cool. Um, yeah, it makes more sense for Masari. It makes sense to be like, you need to find the bastards who, A, might have even stronger Valerian blood because, they could be just straight bastards, like direct descent, direct sons or daughters, whatever. And if they die, they didn't really mention this, but you can kind of read between the lines. If they die, the small folk die, it's not going to hurt your image as much as having like a lord die. So
Which already
it's a good
happened.
call. Yeah, it did happen, but he was Kingsguard, so he wasn't going to do anything
And
anyway.
then Rhaenyra says that now she's going to raise an army of bastards, which I don't know why. As soon as she said that, I was like, "Let's fucking go!" Like I'm so down with that like idea of her just raising this army of like the forgotten children, pretty much of people
Yeah,
that just don't
it's
care
cool.
because they're like, "Oh, I'm royalty. None of these people mean anything to me."
Yeah, even though
But
I don't
yeah,
know, as far as the word army goes, she kind of fucked that one up because she
yeah.
could have had a bunch of them.
Which we will get to. Corlys speaks with Adam, and all he says to Adam is that Adam's leave is granted, so he can be a dragon rider, and that he said, "Good, well done," and that's it. So
Yeah.
Corlys is that well done though means so much more than just well done.
Hmm.
It was him being like, "Good job, like good, like do what you need to do,"
Yeah.
and Corlys was kind of accepting that it is his son. Like he didn't seem like he really fought the idea of it. Like he
Yeah.
knows.
I don't know. I think because it was behind. I mean, the door was the door physically closed, or was it open a little bit? I don't know. You could
No, it
say
was
it was
open.
behind closed doors that they were talking, but
No, the door was
I
wide
think
open.
okay, then yeah, then he's probably still kind of hiding the fact. But I don't know the way that Corliss said like, nice, all right, you're leaved of command or leaved of whatever you had to do, not command, but and he just said good job. Like the good job was a little hint that like obviously I know who you are. Good job, buddy.
He
You,
says,
you
"Well
did good.
done."
Yeah, whatever, same thing. Um, but I still think there was a little bit of kind of oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like Corliss is still kind of ashamed that he has bastards because you see when Rhaenys kind of like touches, it wasn't Adam, it was Alan. When she touches Alan's face and realizes who he is, like a couple episodes ago, Corliss was kind of embarrassed. Like he's not proud of the fact that he has bastards, which really nobody would be. But I feel like Corliss, especially with how good of a marriage he had with Rhaenys, and I mean, Alan and Adam are obviously
They're definitely old.
around the same age, or if not older than Laenor and Rhaenys.
I
What
definitely
was what was
think
the daughter's name?
Alan is older than Laenor.
Yeah, I think so. Um, Definitely Laenor. Yeah, and the
The other one's
daughter was
Damon's wife,
younger,
right?
so yeah, she was. Went out like a fucking G, dude.
That episode. I hate that they cut the scene of him hugging daughters.
Yeah, a lot of people weren't happy with that. But yeah, I felt there was still a little bit of shame in
Yeah,
Corliss's
not
voice
shame
for that.
of the kid, shame on himself though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. But it'll be interesting to see if he ever like accepts them. I don't know if he'll legitimize them or like have Rhaenyra legitimize them. I think it could totally happen, especially if Adam becomes like a really big help. Alan too. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that kind of evolves later on. If Corliss kind of just really truly accepts them as his sons. But I don't know. It was still a good scene. You could definitely tell that Adam was he felt that he was happy that he was able to please Corliss in at least some way.
Yeah. Um From there, we go back to Harrenhal, where Daemon speaks with the new Lord, Oscar Tully. Oscar pleads his Lord Tully pleads his allegiance to Rhaenyra, but not Daemon, pretty much. Tully speaks of how it may be difficult to cause banners to war since they hate Daemon, and Daemon speaks about that and says he's like, I don't need their love, I just need their swords, which
Yeah,
again is one of the most Daemon lines in the show.
yeah, and it
Um,
shows again that he's still Damon. Like these dreams are, like I said earlier. Like
but no,
I think
that's
he is kind
he
of
shouldn't
learning.
care though.
No, yeah,
He
but
doesn't
still,
even.
like I think he's learning a little bit, but he's still Damon. When it comes down to it, when he needs to have those conversations and like get people on his side, he's still not going to be all like nice and shit. Like he's not going to learn that much. He learned to
No,
love his family more. He doesn't. He still doesn't give a shit about other lesser lords or the small folk. He's still Damon when it comes down to it. When it comes down to those important moments.
and then from there we go outside to the what's it called? The Wrenwood tree, the Haywood
The
tree,
Weirwood.
Weirwood. Damn, way off. They go out to the Weirwood tree garden area. And I said Oscar Tully is a fucking legend.
Yeah, dude.
Damon does not
Oscar the
like
Grouch.
though. Why you say that?
Oscar the Grouch, dude.
And he's not like Oscar the Grouch.
Did you not? Do you not know that all the Tullys are named after like Muppets or Sesame Street
Oh, we
characters?
did talk about this. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Grover, Oscar, and then there's an Elmo and a Kermit. Oscar the Grouch, dude. He came out of a trash can earlier.
Damon does not like that Oscar calls him Prince, but he's showing that he might be young, but he can hold him. So he can hold his own, which is so different from the last time that he speaks with Damon.
Mm.
But he stood his ground, and then Oscar tells Damon that he needs to execute justice onto William Blackwood. Did I say something wrong?
No. Well, you did. You said William. It's Willem. But I'm also watching Ben Affleck fucking run. He looks so stupid. Oh, God, this movie sucks.
That suit is better than the Netflix suit.
Look, I'm going to kill Electra's dad.
That scene
Fuck.
never made any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense.
No. I do like that. The explosion throws off his vision.
I understand that. But you see
Pretty
that
cool.
shot there? The car hasn't exploded yet. Even though that car just exploded. And it's just not,
That's funny.
it's not blowing up at all. You never noticed that?
No, the car didn't explode. The bike explodes.
Well, yeah, but the bike was closer to the car than it was to, you know?
Yeah, but
There
still might
should be
not.
some fire or something around there. There's nothing.
No, there should be five. Oh, Daredevil. I love Daredevil.
All right, back to House of the Dragon. Fuck
Back to
Daredevil.
House. And as I said, he must execute justice onto Willem Blackwood, which Damon does with little hesitation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Willem Blackwood, a guy that Ryan was very excited to see come back.
He fucked himself over, dude.
That boy's dead.
Me and you both agreed, and like other people I heard, other people I listened to like reviews of too, were like, I didn't think Damon told him to go rape and pillage the entire
Neither
bracket.
did I.
You know, so like, I
He
didn't.
said, "Do
Damon,
what must be done," doesn't he?
yeah, Damon said like, do some bad shit, but not that bad. I didn't get that much fucking evil from what Damon said, but Willem fucked up pretty bad, and he did some wicked shit. So yeah, my boy, he got what he had coming. Even though still
Yeah.
fuck the Brackens still.
Are the
One
Brackens
bad
gonna be dead
Blackwood.
too? I feel like they're gonna die too, though.
I think the Brackens are just going to be in prison now. They're probably going to be stuck at Harrenhal because
Now
they aligned with the Greens, so they're not gonna join the Blacks now.
that's what I'm
But
saying. Just kill them then.
that's exactly what Willem was doing. Why are you doing the same thing? The same thing that the other River Lords were mad
You're
about.
executing justice.
That's not okay. They're already
I'm just-
prisoners. All right.
Sometimes things need to be done right.
Okay, Tom. All right.
Now we see. What was that noise? I think it was my dogs. Now we see Daemon walking, finding old Viserys sitting, holding his crown. Viserys speaks of how the crown crushes all of those who wear it, and then asking Daemon if he still wants the crown now, which I like because it was just a short scene. It kind of goes back to what they talked about, what had been said before in the previous, as I said. Those who want the crown, the worse for it. Pretty much, and I did like that Damon doesn't really. You can see on his face he might not want it as much as he had wanted at one point.
Yeah.
Because he definitely seemed a little more upset
All
about
right.
the whole
Can you
situation.
do me a favor? Pause the recording for 1 second.
Okay,
All
back
right.
into the
Unpause.
episode.
Now, let's go. We're back. There we go. All good.
Um,
Technical difficulties.
yeah, I did like that scene. I like the stuff with the crown. I like that Damon really doesn't look as much that he wants it as much as he had at one point. So I think the dreams are changing Damon, but just maybe not as fast as they might need to change him.
Yeah.
Um, then we watch the Maester attempt help Aegon learn how to walk. Aegon's little crutch breaks. Aegon goes falling face first into the ground, which leads to Laris walks in and then helps the Maester walk Aegon back to the bed. Aegon is in excruciating pain, and we learn that the Maester's like, he shouldn't be doing this. He's like, but you're forcing me to do this. He's like, he needs to learn. He needs to heal faster. He needs to be back faster. So Laris does, as Ryan had said before, Laris has a plan of his own somewhere in all of this, and it's to get a position at his hand, I believe. But yeah, and I think at the same time, which is so weird, but it goes back to kind of the scene with the last episode when Laris talks about his birth. I think in some weird way, he kind of now has some care for Aegon because he probably thinks the same way about how he is kind of like different from his the way his ankle is to the way
Yeah.
now Aegon's going to be treated that way. So
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
the same way like Tyrion had a soft spot for like bastards and broken things, as he would say. I think it is less of care for Aegon and more of a means to an end for Laris. I don't think he's a very caring type of person. But yeah, you do see that he, maybe not so much cares for Aegon, but he is making sure that he's pushing Aegon and making sure that he's going to get back to as close to 100% as possible as soon as possible. Um, yeah, and you see the Maester is not happy with it, but you got to push him. Aegon is going to do nothing to help himself. He's just not that type of person. If it was up to Aegon, he would just sit in bed the rest of his life and fucking sleep, 20 hours a day. He just wouldn't get any better. So it's good that Laris is there pushing him. It's for Aegon's own benefit, whether he realizes it or not so far at this point.
Yeah. Back from there, we go back to Driftmark with we get to see Corlys talking with Alan, telling Alan about how Adam is now a Dragonite and that he may also be, which Alan pretty much responds with that he doesn't want to be one. That's not what he is. He's a man of the sea. That's all he wants to, and that's all he needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. And I like that he calls him. He doesn't even say it. He's just like your brother. Like he doesn't. Like it seems that he is kind of accepting the idea a little bit more. Like,
Yeah,
much more open with the idea.
yeah. Also, I don't know if we talked about when they have like a little meeting on Dragonstone, dude. Adam got dripped out so fast. They put that boy in some fucking Gucci, dude. They put that boy in some good clothes.
I didn't notice until they were trying to do the stuff later in the episode, and he's standing there. I was like, oh, I got my boy in some nice clothes now.
Got dripped out real quick. I mean, once you get a dragon, you're like, you gotta. This guy can't be wearing fucking pirate clothes anymore.
We see Rhaena and the children are kicked out of the Vale. Right? They're kicked out, right? They're just not.
Yeah. The Veil Lady sucks.
What was the point of her running over to the dragon stuff?
Like running over the hill?
Mm-hmm.
She wants a dragon.
She's just trying to find the dragon. That's all.
Yeah, she's trying to find the dragon.
Then why does she have to go back to the burn site?
Because she's following the dragon's tracks. I think that was a different burn. I think that was a different
it looked like the other ones. Right? I just thought it was the same one. I was so confused.
No, I thought it was another one because I mean it's obviously I know one of the wild dragon's names, and this dragon is flying around stealing sheep. So I wonder what his name is. Yeah, she wants to find Sheep Stealer. Spoiler alert! It's called Sheep Stealer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't put that together?
No.
Yeah, because Sheep Stealer is probably not supposed to be in the Vale, which George was very not happy about.
No,
but at the same time,
isn't Sheepstealer on Dragonstone in the book?
Probably supposed to be on Dragonstone.
Yeah, and I don't think Rhaena gets it in the book.
I don't know.
She definitely doesn't. I definitely know that that's not Rhaena.
Whoa, don't say that.
I'm saying in the book.
Okay.
The
But
book may be
anyways, I was gonna
different,
say, yeah, yeah. The book and the show, there's been differences already,
drastic.
and a lot of times they're for the better. Like last season, George R. R. Martin called Paddy Considine to say directly, like, "Hey, your Viserys was much better than mine," which is absolutely true. And there's been changes. Obviously, I haven't read the book. Tommy has, but I've listened to people talk about differences that have happened so far, and a lot of them seem pretty good. A lot of them, there's a lot of stuff they've taken out. Like I know with Sheep Stealer, I listened to somebody talk about. I won't get into it, but there's a certain character that has to do with Sheep Stealer that it seems like is not going to be in the show,
That
which would
that
be a
that's
pretty
who I
big
was
change.
talking about. The
Yeah,
character you're thinking of.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So that would be a pretty big change from what I've heard and listened to.
Yeah, no, that is
Or
a
I
drastic
could just
change.
listen to the book, but that seems like a lot of work.
It's not long. It's
Um,
80,000 words.
I um, I don't think I've said 80,000 words before.
Go listen to our drunk review. We definitely say
Yeah,
80,000 words.
yeah, that was a lot. Anyways, back to this. What happens next?
Um,
I
oh,
hope Lena gets a dragon. I feel so
Raina.
bad. Raina, that's what it was. Lena was her mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was
Allison
supposed
is
to get
now.
Vagar. That got stolen. Tried to get Sea Smoke. Almost fucking died twice. This poor girl needs something.
Allison is now in the woods with Sir Richard. Rickard. I didn't know how to say his name. Richard. I'm just gonna say. Um, and she goes and lays in the water and just kind of disappears. It, like disappears from the world for a little bit.
Yeah, I really thought she was gonna like drown herself.
I thought she was drowning. I thought that's what the shot of her hair was. I thought she was
Yeah,
underwater.
yeah.
I
But
was wrong.
again, at the same time, I totally get it from her to just everybody's got to kind of escape every once in a while. It's always nice just going off the
Especially,
map, off the grid.
especially when you're the queen. Well, former.
Yeah, former queen.
Um, Jace gets into an argument now back at Dragonstone with Rhaenyra about lowborns being able to claim dragons, and then kind of goes off with Rhaenyra telling Jace that these dragons can end this needless war, which again she continues to say throughout this entire show. This is a needless war. While on the other side, with the Greens, they're very much more like this war is necessary. This has to happen. This is war. Like they're not as forgiving. That makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Um, and Jace also seems to believe that he may not be the heir if Rhaenyra does succeed in all of this, with finally kind of accepting that he is a strong, like he's, which I'm pretty sure you brought up a couple episodes ago, if he's ever gonna like straight up say it.
yeah. I think I
So,
did.
but I
It was
also
good to
have a
see.
thing. Yeah, it was, and the last time he had said it is when he's young. In the beginning of when the first time jump happens, he just says, "Am I a bastard?" Why are you making that face,
It's the face that he makes every fucking scene he's in.
Jace?
Yeah, if you don't know, he's just mewing the entire time.
No, I love Jace. I think the kid's a good actor.
I think he is too, but he makes, dude, the same face and the exact same pose every time he's on screen.
I'll have to
It's
look
so
next time.
funny.
Like pay
Oh, it's
attention.
so funny.
I also have a note in here that mislike is an odd word.
Mislike.
Rhaenyra uses it in that scene.
Oh, yeah,
Says
she's like, I
mislike,
mislike how you're talking to me.
something like that. But yeah,
I
weird
don't know.
word. But yeah, I like the scene. It was sad seeing Jace crying because he doesn't know if he is the heir because all he has, he said, is that he has a dragon. That's his only thing that can help him because
Yeah.
he doesn't have the hair, he doesn't have the look of
Hmm.
what he's supposed to look like. So everyone knows that he isn't.
Yeah. And by the time he gets he gets of age, Rhaenyra and Daemon die. By the age that he would get to, inherit the throne, if that were to happen, then his younger siblings, the ones who were, legitimate, fully legitimate, Daemon and Rhaenyra's kids, would probably be of age too at that point. So, it would be tough to him if they tried to fuck him over, and they would technically probably have a better claim to the throne, being fully legitimate kids. So yeah, I get where he's coming from. But I love seeing it. He just finally lets it out. He's like, you know, I'm a bastard. Why would you never? We never talked about this. Like, what? Don't stop looking at that. Um, but yeah, it was a good scene from him. I have liked him this whole season. I think the kid is a good actor. And I like Jace's character, so it was a good scene for him. It was tough seeing him cry. It was kind of sad, But also Rhaenyra, like she didn't really fight back that much. She did say like, "I don't like how you're talking to me," but at the same time, she was really like, "Yeah, I know this is tough for you too." So
Yeah,
she,
she was being a good mom.
yeah, she gave him a nice
You
hug.
want
It
to hurt
was
him.
a nice moment.
Uh, the word is out now for the small folk of King's Landing that Rhaenyra is looking for small folk and bastards to claim dragons on Dragonstone.
Yeah,
Ulf is going to go to Dragonstone, and what do they keep calling him? Ulf the Dragon something? The Dragon
probably
Rider?
just Dragon Lord.
Yeah, that scene was so funny. They start
Yeah,
hyping their boy up.
yeah.
I
I do love
told you,
that.
I was hinting at this
I know you were,
for
but I was like, this fucking moron is never gonna ride a dragon. Like, yeah, but I do love that. You see him before when he he tells the guy from Dorne, he's like, I am a Targaryen actually, and he's very like hyping himself up. His boys are hyping him up. When it finally comes time to like be a Targaryen, at least somewhat, you see how terrified he is. He's
yeah,
like, dude, I just been saying this to get free drinks for the past
yeah.
30 years. I don't want to do this. I don't want to
And he's
fucking
like, "Oh,
die.
I don't know if I can. That I had that injury in my leg."
Hmm.
um,
It was so funny. But we also
then
see Hugh's
great
point
scene.
of view on that. It was a great scene. He's obviously much more
Oh,
like
better person.
classically, yeah, classically kind of like noble. He's a better dude. Although last episode when he fucking punched that dude in the face to take the cabbage, dude, hell yeah, he
Hey,
can
man's got
get
to eat.
down when he needs to. But yeah,
I
he's
said
he's much more like a classic hero type archetype, which was it's cool to see. It's cool to get both of those kind of archetypes. Like the guy Ulf is more so, you know, got kind of like a drunk. He's not like really drunk, but he's also at the bar a lot. So more so like the kind of drunk doesn't really care that much. And then Hugh is a good family man trying to take care of his wife and kid and, do what's best for his family. But yeah, I did think it was interesting though. Like you would think that Ulf being that character of like the drunk who's just looking out for himself for the most part would be like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna go get a dragon. I'm gonna be on top of the world. And Hugh being the family man would, more likely be like, no, I'm not gonna go. I gotta take care of my family. But those roles get reversed where Ulf is terrified and Hugh is like, we need to do this. I need to leave you and hope that you can get to Tumbleton or whatever or wherever they're going. And I'm
Tumbleton.
gonna get a dragon because if I get a dragon, then we're gonna be super good. We're gonna be fucking lords. So it was just I thought that was a really cool kind of role reversal of the archetypes that we've seen from them so far.
And I do have a question. So he talks about his mother for a bit, and I'm pretty sure she says you have. She said that he had no. I have no difference than her brother's sons. Right? Is that what she
Yeah.
says? Yeah. Okay. So that means her brother is the king,
Yep.
and
He's
she has
Viserys and
to.
Daemon's brother.
Yeah.
Bastard
So he's
brother.
Damon's brother. Well, no cousin.
Bastard brother.
No cousin. Her brother is the
Yes.
king. That'd be cousins.
But was Viserys no. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, cousin. Because Viserys wasn't Jaehaerys' son. That was the whole thing. He didn't have any
Yeah.
heirs. Yeah, cousin. Yeah.
Um. So that's so sad that she was just thrown aside because they said that people pay more money to sleep with someone with silver hair,
Yeah.
white hair. But
Silver.
it is silver hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not
Um.
great like you said last time.
Sorry. Um. The dragon tamers back on Dragonstone do not agree with Rhaenyra's decision, as they speak of the dragons being sacred, and these people are not dragon riders. They're not pure. Um.
Ooh.
Then Rhaenyra's. It's pretty much what they said.
I understand.
Don't try and turn this on me because you made your stupid comment earlier about the
I
kiss
made a
scene.
very stupid comment that I don't agree with. But the point I
Rhaenyra,
was trying to make, I still stand by. I just didn't do it right.
dude, this is lighting up my entire
I
basement
know,
all of a
because you're
sudden.
watching fucking Daredevil. It's a 2000s movie. Everything is just lights.
It might be one of the worst edited movies of all time.
It's horrible.
Um, Rhaenyra speaking with the small folk is one of the best speeches in the show, and I'm not gonna lie, she gives me that speech. I'm trying to claim that dragon.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
I'm joining that army that do those. So, and then she's like, the first dragon we're going for is named Vermithor. Vermithor is the second largest dragon behind Vagar. He's also the most fierce dragon out of all of them. And he's also known as the Bronze Fury, and he's the first that we shall try and claim.
Yep. He was
And
Jaehaerys' dragon before that.
mhm.
It's a Big
Would
fucking
you
boy,
try
dude.
and would you have tried if you were a bastard? Would you have tried? Would you have went?
I would have tried to be like third, you know, because the first guy's obviously gonna die.
Yeah.
Obviously gonna die. The second guy, maybe he gets a shot, but maybe he gets like a little closer. But I think the third spot is like the spot that you want to be in because you don't want to be last. Because if there's I don't know 50 people in front of you, maybe two of them tame a dragon, and then you're just fucked. You want the dragon stone for no reason, and now you're an enemy of the state. You can't go home because the Greens will find out and fucking chop your head off. I think third is a good spot. I think that's a good spot to be early enough to make sure that you really have a shot of getting a dragon, but also the two people in front of you are probably going to die, and then maybe Vermithor's like, all right, that's enough. I'll take this. I'll take this fucking idiot. Um, but I thought they were going to go one at a time, and it was going to be like a compilation of people just getting burned up. But
No.
no.
And I have notes in here. And I did like that it wasn't like a line. It was just whoever wanted to attempt walk up.
Yeah.
And I would have been standing right where he was standing, right in the middle, just in case things went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Vermithor looks amazing. I said the sound design of how Vermithor sounds is also so cool. And I'll talk about some stuff I was thinking about later. So then Rhaenyra calls for Vermithor, of course, and he eventually shows up. And then there's a shot of Rhaenyra turning around to ask the people who's first. It was one of the best shots in the entire series so far. It's like
Yeah.
Vermithor's head right here, and then she's like standing in front of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it
No.
looks so good.
Yeah. No. I watched the episode too.
I just made sure you know exactly
But
what shot I meant.
I know. I think if you mention the shot of Rhaenyra in front of a dragon,
There was a
everybody's
lot
gonna
of
know what
shots of her
shot.
in front of the dragon.
Not like that though. That was pretty
They're
cool. It
perfectly
reminded me
symmetrical.
of the shot of Daenerys in the Red Keep at the end of Game of Thrones when when Drogon takes flight behind her and you have like the wings behind her for that shot. You'd recognize it if you saw it. It's
Yeah,
it's a very
been a
famous
while
still.
since I watched.
Um, yeah, but it reminded me of that, but also stepped up because it wasn't just the wings behind her; it was the full fucking dragon, and she was just standing
Fucking
right in the
massive.
middle of it. I mean, it was really really cool to see. But
And
yeah,
then
I did love how Rhaenyra was like, "All right, I'm gonna go up there. You guys just go for it."
and in pure Game of Thrones fashion, Vermithor right away torches half the small folk, which then
Mhm.
leads to a in total Jurassic Park style scene in which Vermithor continues and tries to kill the rest of the small folk. It sounded like Jurassic Park. It looked like Jurassic Park. It was such a
Yeah,
cool sequence.
yeah,
I was really enjoying it.
that's exactly what I was saying. It felt like Jurassic Park, but fucking so much cooler at the same time. Like it was so much fun to watch because man, that one dude who stepped up too, he didn't have a shot.
Yo,
He didn't
my
have a
man looked
shot in
like his
hell,
face
dude.
had gotten hit in half, and they tried to glue him back together.
Yeah, he got kicked by a couple donkeys, and then
He looked like a
they just
messed up
put
Mr.
him in the front.
Potato Head.
Yeah, he looked like if you make a sandcastle and just like a massive wave hits it. You know what I mean? Half of it's just crumpling down. Um,
But continuing, then Hugh sees that a woman's about to be burned alive by Vermithor, and he steps in front of it and just starts yelling at Vermithor. He's like, "Come on, do something!" And Vermithor kind of just stops, lets him claim him, and Rhaenyra
yeah,
watches all this, and you can see that little smirk going across her face. She's trying to get a little happy about all this.
yeah,
And then from there, we go back to Ulf as he's just running through the cave in the dark like a buffoon. And he runs straight into Silverwing's cave. You can see him in the back of the shot. And steps right into the nest of her eggs, which were also
yeah,
pretty cool with this dragon eggs.
hmm
It's kind of, no one really talked about it. It's kind of important.
yeah, yeah. Although, do you think he stepped on one of the actual eggs, or did he just
No,
step through the
he
nest?
broke the seal, though, of the
Yeah,
nest.
that's
That's how
what
they
I
stay
thought.
warm, though. That's like
Yeah,
they need to be in there.
yeah,
So
it's
I
important.
don't think any of those are going to
Yeah,
work.
man, he's so lucky that Silverwing's like a more chilled out dragon. You know?
First off, so happy with the design of Silverwing.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
It's the most unique looking one. Like
Yeah, I like
the
that.
way that its head. Oh my god! It
Yeah,
and I said I was like,
it's
it's exactly like how my brain like thought about it.
yeah, it's not like
Excited.
Sea Smoke, which is literally just Drogon
Yeah,
reskinned.
just
It's which
gray.
is just it's so funny to see that. But
I mean, there's so many. I think that's what we said last year, last season of it too. Though, is that that's what makes this show so different because there's so many different types of dragons now. Like it's
yeah,
not
they all
just
they all look different. Yeah,
yeah.
it's very cool
Um,
to see because it's not like Game of Thrones where Drogon looked different, but Rhaegal and Viserion were like the same fucking thing.
I
They
never
all
could tell
they
the
look
difference.
great, but they looked exactly the same. Besides Drogon, which was just black and a little bit more horns. But
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's what makes this so entertaining. And I said that Ulf seems to have been chosen by now Silverwing. Uh, Back at King's Landing, they're at the council meeting. Amon, Amon is sitting there, and he's starting to like listen. You can kind of hear the townspeople be like, "Dragon, dragon! I'm like, get inside. There's a dragon." All this stuff, and he kind of looks up, and Laris's face just looks at the other councilman like, "Oh fuck." You might have your buddy's neighbor's friend's dog's cat's best friend might have been right about this whole situation.
yeah,
And now, first off, they weren't right because it wasn't sea smoke. Um, he looks out there and Silverwing is flying through the air by Ulf. And there's a sequence. It's kind of like an overhead more of the dragon flying above the city, low, like right above the buildings. It is the best dragon CGI I've ever seen. It's
yeah,
only like
they
30
look good.
seconds, but
Hmm.
you can like see the detail on the dragon, the buildings, the people running underneath. It was perfect. Like 30 seconds, and that was it. But it was the most
Probably
perfect that
not
the
even that
dragon has
long.
ever looked flying.
Yeah, it this whole
Yeah.
episode looked good too. I think a lot of people had some complaints earlier in this season about the dragons not looking great.
I didn't think they ever looked bad.
I thought there were a couple shots where they didn't look great. I think the worst shot, like CGI so far, or not even CGI, but the worst green screen
Shot of
is
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenys. No, Rhaenys falling back when
Oh,
she
I think it's
dies.
Rhaenyra standing in front of the skull, the dragon skull.
That
It
one's
was
not
like
great either. But
that.
yeah,
That's the one I like was watching. I was like, that's not good.
a lot of the green screen like composites aren't fantastic. But I think the CGI has been good so far. But you can definitely tell they saved up and like
Yeah,
these last couple episodes are where they
yeah,
really
and
put a lot of the effort into.
they're saving up money for season 3. They're like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, we'll save some of our budget right now.
yeah. We got a lot of
Um,
things to do.
yeah, there. I'm. Whew.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't wait for
Aemon
2027
attempts
to
to
see
then
that.
chase Ulf with Vagar, and of course, Aemon fashion, being brash, not thinking through. Aemon begins to fly, gets even closer to Dragonstone, and all of a sudden he's like, he tells Vagar that he needs to turn around, he needs to flee. Like, we can't do this, and it leads into one of the coldest things in Game of Thrones history. We're just watching Rhaenyra walk up with Cyrax, Vermithor, and Silverwing flying above. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I was so hype. I
It's
was,
one of the coldest album covers of the year so
dude. That
far.
was an album cover,
Yeah,
and
it was badass.
Emma Darcy continues to just be a legend every time she's on screen. She has such like a because I feel like we always talk about like Daniel Day and like those Leo has that. It's like you have a presence when you're on screen.
Yeah.
Like when she played as Rhaenyra, they are absolutely incredible. Like that scene with the speech was amazing. And I've talked
Yeah.
about every episode. Rhaenyra has a scene where to,
You're
Rhaenyra
catching
has
it.
a
You're doing good.
scene where it's the best scene of the episode, and
Yeah.
Emma Darcy, amazing. I
Go for it.
will forever be a fan, no
Yeah.
matter what
Stop choking your
happens.
mic again.
Sorry, it's because I'm swinging. I think.
Yeah. No, you
Um,
shouldn't do that.
yeah.
But also, you
Uh,
said I don't think Eamon's very brash most of the time. Because I mean, yeah, of
not
course you would
brash.
shoot
Not brash. Bold. Not even bold.
bold.
He's more than bold.
I mean, he is
He's
bold. I don't. I, I,
that's
I know what you're trying
brash.
to say. I mean, yeah, no, I know what you're trying to say, but I don't think so because you see, like Aegon is the one who's brash. He just rushes into Rook's Rest, no care in the world. Aemon's the one who's like, oh shit, this moron. But then he tells Vagar to wait. We have to wait for our moment. And then this, of course, you're going to get on your dragon and chase this dragon out of your city.
Hell no,
But
I'm not.
yeah, absolutely, you have to. You're just going to let this dragon fly around and show that they're more powerful than you the entire
Yes,
day. You can't do that. No, not at all.
because if
Especially
there's a
when you're
reason why there's all of a sudden a new
no,
dragon.
especially when your dragon is bigger and it's just the one, as far as you know. No, you're not
How
going to do
big
that.
is
Also,
Silverwing's still a big Silverwing's the third biggest, isn't he?
I think near that. I don't
She
remember which
is.
one. Yeah, she's still big, but you see when they get closer to Dragonstone and Aemond realizes that there's three dragons. They now have Vermithor and Silverwing, and Cyrax is there. He's the one who says, "Vagar, we got to turn around." And Vagar is the one that's flying faster. She wants to go fight right now, and Aemond's the one who makes Vagar turn around. Vagar doesn't want to turn around, so I don't think Aemond is that like brash or bold or like irrational when it comes to attacking people. I think
Yeah,
he's
maybe it's more
pretty level headed.
yeah, maybe it's more that he is very keen on violence being an answer for things, though.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but I
Maybe
think
that's
he
how I meant to word it
understands.
more.
Yeah, I think he understands when to fall back,
When to use it.
like when he's gonna get fucked up. You know.
And I looked it up. Silverwing is the third biggest. It goes
Yeah, I figured.
Vagar, Vermithor, Silverwing. It would have been Melee's, but then it goes Dreamfire, Caraxes, Sheep Stealer are the
Yeah,
biggest. We heard a little bit about Dreamfire in this episode. Got me very excited.
yeah, she's gonna be
Um,
there next episode.
then we got after that was the end of the episode, seeing the album cover of Rhaenyra. Then we got in next week's episode. I believe, especially going off the book and where I pretty sure we're at, we are getting the Battle of the Gullet is where I think the battle's going to be,
All
if
right.
I remember correctly. That's what I think it is. Which in the book, very exciting. So I'm excited to see all that. We see that Dreamfire and uh Lena are Lena
Helena.
Helena is going to join the battle with Dreamfire, and soldiers will fall. This is going to be a great episode. I really hope it's longer than an hour because I want
I think it should be.
it's the end for probably 2 years. We're probably not going to have another season, year
Yeah,
and a half.
probably at least.
And
Yeah.
then I just had some things I just want to add to, like just stuff from like being like the books and stuff. I just want to like say some things. No,
Yeah.
couple. It's only 3 little bullet points. I was saying that we're definitely entering the best part of the Princess and the Queen, like this story. This is where things are gonna be like it's gonna be quick. What happens from here on out? Like there's a lot of important stuff coming in the next 8 hours of the show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot. Like it's gonna all of a sudden be like, uh, shut the fuck up.
What the hell is that?
My toilet.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna get really good. And I am excited because the show is gonna take a turn where it's gonna hopefully, if from the way they kind of set up this episode, I think it's gonna start following the novella a lot closer with some of the stuff that
Okay.
they kind of set up. But like small changes, like it might be Raina now instead of the character that we were kind of hinting towards, like stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I have a feeling they are kind of gonna follow something. And I kind of want to see how people react to some of the stuff. I'm excited to see how people react to some of the things that are going to happen.
Yeah.
Because
Totally.
I really like the novella, and I know that I do like the changes that they have made in the show so far,
Mhm.
which I think a lot of people do agree with, that the changes have been good so far.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
So I wonder how much they're going to change with the ending. Not even just the ending, kind of like the whole next half of this story, or however long they're going to make this. They said 4 seasons, right? 4 or 5?
They said 4 seasons originally. Yeah, like at the end of season 1, they said probably 4.
4.
But
Okay, I knew that they eventually put out like a time. Yeah, so halfway.
yeah,
Yeah, no, we have a. Oh yeah, I have a feeling these are going to be 8 episode seasons too. The
yeah.
final
Because I
2.
mean, this isn't the beginning, middle, and the end. Like we're not nearing the end. This isn't just a few battles for like a couple
I mean,
months.
it's
This
not
is
a
like
super long war. It's only 2 years.
no, yeah, but still, it's 2 years. We've been in this war for a week. Like
Yeah,
Viserys
they.
died a week ago.
I do have a feeling that we're going to take a little jump in time
More
in
than
the
that,
next
but
season. Like
yeah,
we'll be in the war, I think, at the start of the
yeah.
next season.
I mean,
Um.
there's definitely been like this season's been longer than I think it feels like. Not by much, but I feel like
Oh no, I think it's been like 8
sometimes fast.
days.
Yeah, not that long, but
Like
maybe a
that's
little longer than
wild
that.
that the entire series, especially when the last season, what is 10 years?
Yeah, there's
There's a jump.
a big jump.
And I said I have that we have so much more to look forward to. And the final little thing I want to say is that if because they don't have to follow the novella, if they can do these 2 seasons like great, like if these next 2 seasons are great, it could be the 2 greatest seasons of television. Like if they are high quality, they take their time and they do it the way that they've done Game of Thrones early seasons. Battle like there's gonna be Battle of the Bastards style stuff coming.
Yeah.
We are in for a real treat, and I really
Yeah.
am excited, especially because I started like when I was going back through like my the novella. I all of a sudden I was like, holy shit, we still have so much to look for. Like
Yeah.
I'm so jittery now, like excited for what we have coming. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially
I'm
when the
really
Starks
excited,
come down, because that was
dude.
we just got a teaser from the Starks. The very first scene was just like, all right, just so you remember, the Starks are going to be here.
Yeah,
This isn't happening this season. They're going to come down.
there,
And they're
there's a lot of families that we still haven't seen that are gonna show up.
yeah, it's going to be fucking big.
Yeah, it's gonna be absolutely insane, and I am so here for it. And I do think that maybe they just need to raise the budget a little bit because some of the, I
Mhm.
mean, think of it like that last season of Game of Thrones, as bad as the season is, but the look that they got for the dragons flying through King's Landing
Yeah.
and all that's what
I mean,
this
they
one
just
is
dumped
gonna
cash
need
into
to
it.
look
Yeah.
like they're gonna
Yeah.
be spending some bank. But yeah, I'm really excited. I was texting a buddy of mine who has also read the novella, and me and him were talking about like how exciting it's gonna be. I'm excited for you to see it because I think you're really gonna like the next 2 seasons.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
We'll
little
get back to you
spiel
in
from the novella side.
2032 when they're all out.
Oh my god! Wait, so let's just say it's 2 years from now. God,
2029
I'm
or
gonna be
8.
26 years old, getting ready to turn 26.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck.
but going from there, Ryan, what is your recommendation of the week for everyone?
I'm gonna shit. What do I? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna recommend. I'm gonna recommend um regular show. That's a good show. I
I
don't
love
like
regular show.
recommendation of the week. I love regular
Why?
show. I don't know.
Why don't you like recommendation of the week?
I never remember it.
Yeah, that's not
I never
the show's
prepare.
fault.
No, I understand that. I understand.
So regular show, that's your choice.
Regular show is awesome. Yeah.
Is this movie over already?
Yes.
Damn, this movie's short.
Yep.
I'm gonna recommend Kingdom of Heaven by Ridley Scott.
The director's cut though.
Director's cut, yes. Ed Norton is an absolute legend in this movie, and the fact that he didn't want to be credited for his role, even cooler.
Mhm.
It's a great movie, and I still even think that the original cut I don't think is horrible, but the director's cut is just leaps and bounds a better movie.
Yeah.
It's the what the runtime should have been from the start.
Mhm.
You can watch that on Hulu. It's really good. I recommend it to everyone, especially if you like Game of Thrones. It's definitely closer to Game of Thrones than most other things that people compare to Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but it's also real.
But I'm saying like that there's dialogue to it. It's not all fighting. It's not super
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not all action packed. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, huge fan of Kingdom of Heaven. My dad's still yet to see it. I'm trying to convince him to watch it with me. But
All right.
yeah, thank you guys again for tuning into this week's episode and tuning into our review. Next thing we're reviewing, I guess, is the finale for House of the Dragon. Who are you looking at? Are you looking?
Just the window.
Oh, is Mr.
It's
Berdan there?
closed. But I'm not. No, he didn't. No, he's not.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for I keep choking the mic.
Yeah, you
Thank you
good.
guys so much for tuning into the episode. We will be back to review the season finale of House of the Dragon. We are coming up soon. We have the hell, what movies are coming out? I know there's gotta be some. Oh, my dad saw Trap.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you like it or hate it?
I'm gonna do this on the podcast. I'm gonna read this to you. My dad texted me yesterday.
How bad was it?
Oh my god, where's his text?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, you're going to be shocked. You should probably go see it tomorrow night. And I was like, really? And he calls me. I'm having a wine night yesterday with Ashlyn.
Yeah, of
And
course.
he calls me and he's like, I can't even lie to you. It was horrendous. He's like, it is one of the worst movies I have ever seen.
Yeah, you saw that coming.
He said Josh Hartnett was really. He said it's not Josh Hartnett's fault.
Yeah.
Um, and then he said
Dude.
I should have stayed for the credits because the writing credit was probably given to ChatGPT. You know what else was stupid about this movie? They set up this elaborate fucking plan, and somehow thousands of people are in on it, but all these people just keep a secret. Bullshit. And yeah, on the phone, he just yelled on speaker to me and Ashley about how terrible the movie was. He was not a happy
Yeah.
camper in
I could have
Oklahoma yesterday.
I could have seen that coming. Dude, the fucking hold that Trap has on like parents. I cannot explain to you how much my parents have been like, "What do you think about that movie Trap? I think it looks pretty cool." I'm like, why the fuck? Why
It's
is
M
Trap?
Night.
Why is Trap the movie that you care about? Like, what
They
channels
love
are they
M
putting
Night.
all of their commercials on? They don't give a fuck about M Night,
I am
dude.
telling you, that's exactly what it is.
I To a point, yes, but I also they need to realize now that M Night has one good movie every 4 movies. That's it. He's
He's
coming
the
up on a good one now, but I hope.
no, no, he's not. He's got one more shit one before then,
What was the last
right?
good one?
Let's go
Because it
look at M
was
Night Shyamalan's
Split was good, and then it was Glass, and then it was Old,
M Night.
and then yeah, and then this. So the next one should be good because that's Glass, Old, and then Trap, right? Or am I missing one?
Oh, I always forget he did the After Earth movie. God, that
Yeah,
movie's so bad. Oh no, he did Knock at the Cabin.
that's
That was
right. All
okay.
right, so that's 4. So yeah, we should be good.
No, but Knock
Next
at the
M Night
Cabin.
movie,
No, because Knock at the
or was it
Cabin was
good?
decent.
Oh, okay, okay.
Did you see it?
No, because you
Yeah,
told me
six
it was
point.
dog shit.
I
But you
I
also
I
saw the
saw it 6 months before it came out, and then I re-went and saw the real cut, which was an hour shorter, and it
yeah
was much better. Yeah, it's
yeah
got 6.1, 67 on Rotten Tomatoes. So we got 3 more shit ones until we get a good 2 more shit ones again. And
maybe
his daughter, I'm really happy that she got to make her movie, and there are upsides to that movie.
yeah
Hey,
Watchers.
the Watchers, yeah. But yeah. Oh wait, that's what I want to check really quick. Before I let you guys go, I want to tell you what we have coming up.
Oh, what do we have coming up?
Borderlands,
Oh fuck!
Cuckoo with Hunter Schafer. I'm actually
All
really
right,
excited for that movie.
that looks yeah
Are you gonna? Do you want to see it?
yeah.
Oh,
Told you this several times.
I don't remember ever saying. Oh, Skincare, that new movie with Margaret Qualley and Jennifer Connelly. It's like a body horror. Looks really weird.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That didn't look good.
No, it's definitely a movie I'm gonna do a solo episode on because that doesn't.
Yeah, it
I
looked
feel
like
like that's
shit.
not what you're into.
Nah.
Oh, Alien Romulus. Yo, you
Romulus.
say one bad thing about that movie, I swear we're gonna fight.
Again, I'm just laughing at the title every time because I think it's Succession. We've had this conversation
Romulus.
before. Yeah.
We got Beetlejuice 2. I'm super excited about that. And oh, we got The Crow, baby. Which I have a feel. I think we're getting a PR box for
Really?
because a PR person from The Crow reached out to me,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
and I was like, "Huh, I'll
Yeah.
give it to
That
Ryan."
movie's
Ryan,
gonna be Yeah, that movie's gonna be great. I can't wait.
well, if they get a PR thing, it's gonna be great.
We're gonna be it's gonna be a very, very great movie. I'm very, very excited to see it.
But yeah, those are the movies we have coming up. Ryan at some point is gonna do a solo review of.
The
What'd you say
Bear
you were gonna do
season
a
3,
solo? The
probably.
Bear, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Ryan's gonna do his first solo review of The Bear. I'm gonna
maybe.
try and do. I'm kind of gonna go see Oddity, do a solo review for that for you guys. But yeah, we have some more content coming out. We should have a sports video coming out in a month or so, which we got to film, but it's gonna be exciting.
But what?
The soccer one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that should be
Um,
fun.
unless Ryan gets Lyme's disease. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. Keep voting for us for the People's Choice Awards. And Ryan, do you want to leave everyone with tonight?
Call up Scott Kingery, baby. 270 average, 21 homers, 18